Hey y'all, thanks for joining us again for another DIY Entrepreneurs Reaction Show. We're going to be reacting to another recent episode of the Shark Tank again. And so let's jump right into it.
Next up is an elevated version of a well-known craft.
Hey sis. She came in, the one in the pink jacket, baby. She stone-faced it. Look, Mark caught it too.
Hi Sharks, my name is Ashley Silfies.
Hi Sharks, my name is Brittany Silfies.
So we are not only business partners,
She
but we are
focused.
also a wife team.
Today we are asking for $400,000 in exchange for 5% of our business, Pink Picasso. Each Pink Picasso kit comes with a high quality canvas with a template for you to paint, as well as the paint and brushes you need to create your own masterpiece. All of that is packed into a giftable tube that shows what your image can look like, as well as estimated time it'll take to complete it.
And when you're finished, you can hang your painting on the wall and you can be so proud of what you did.
We believe we've created a truly modern day craft, one that you can work at your own pace, making it a relaxing and enjoyable hobby.
So don't you think it's just super neat that anybody can be an artist?
So Sharks, who's ready to create your own masterpiece with Pink Picasso?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are beautiful.
Thank
these
you.
are these painted from this?
Yes, it's like she said, every single thing you need comes in the tube. And most of these images are my own photography. And so we turned them into a kit and you just basically sit down and paint.
It's just paint by numbers, right?
Right. So what we found is everybody needs self-care. This is something that anybody can do. Everybody loves puzzles, right? But it requires you to keep it out all the time. And so this, you can roll it up once it's dry. I mean, don't roll it up wet, right? But once it's dry, you can roll it up and put it back in the tube until the next time you're ready to paint.
How did the two of you meet?
Funny story, about 3.5 years ago, our life looked completely different. We were married to our husbands that we had been with for over a decade, and we were just best friends doing life together. And then one day, our feelings just evolved, and we blew up our lives. It was not glamorous at all. When we did that, I mean, when you blow up your lives, we were both basically stay-at-home moms, and we had no money. So we were in 2 apartments with 3 children saying, okay, our kids are used to that American middle class life. What are we gonna do? And you know, when you hit rock bottom, you get scrappy and you get brave, and you don't have time to worry about that because you have kids to take care of. And so she literally sat in the apartment and was staring at the wall saying, what can we do to provide for our children and create the life that we want to have?
Why did you think of this?
She actually was sitting there looking at the wall and she said, what skills do I have? Photography and manufacturing were her background.
Like, that was the biggest thing. I was like, what can we package beautifully and go into market and just own it?
So up until last summer, Ashley and I did everything from start to finish. I made labels, and then we would go downstairs at night and we'd pack boxes. All the kids were helping, including our little one, passing tubes.
What a life lesson for your kids.
And y'all, they are such good workers.
Why don't you ban them from going to college and keep them in the basement?
I know. We really
Not
enjoy
good
their company,
kids.
if I'm being super honest.
Good
We want them to know
workers.
that you have to work really hard.
Amen to that.
And the
Amen to
family
that.
that works together stays together.
So there's got to be a lot of these out there. There's nothing proprietary about what you're doing. My question really goes to the $400,000 or 5% imputes an $8 million
Mr. Money.
valuation. Yippee-yi-yo-kai, yay. You must have a ton of sales.
We do.
Okay.
So we started in 2019. We went to market having spent $1,500 on product and sold out repeatedly. So our first year, we won Oprah's Favorite Things.
You
And
did.
so we did
Oh, lucky break.
That's a
Right.
catapulter.
So we did
that a word?
1.3 million in our first year.
Wow.
What about 2020?
2020 was
3.5 million.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
What does it
For
cost to
paint
make
by
and what do you
numbers?
sell it for?
Man, y'all, we sitting on skills. We sitting on hobbies, skills.
For our 16 by 20 adults, the costs are $377 to make and it's $4 to land it. It wholesales for $19, but resales for $42.
Oh,
The
wow, there's
what?
a ton of margin.
God.
Yes.
These
Right,
cost you
yes.
$4 to produce?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
landed.
insanely.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
should be ashamed of yourself.
2021, what were your revenues today?
So 1.4 We think we're going to end up the year over $5 million.
Over
Wow.
5 million?
5 million in gross revenues.
Gross
right?
revenue.
Paint
So
by
at 5
numbers.
million, what are your net margins, like your profit margins after everything?
Last year we brought home around 900,000.
I mean, basically, you're extremely
That's after
profitable.
1.5 million,
You have
they said.
incredible margins. So I'm curious, what do you need from a shark?
We need a mentor.
I feel like I don't know anything about here forward. Like, we need a bigger bat. I have a bucket list retailer that I'd like to be in, and they've said no.
Are you in Michael's?
No,
No.
we are not.
Why not?
Right.
We
She
need a
just
bigger
brought it up,
bat.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard when it's just the two of us. Like, I've never done anything big box. I've only done these boutiques. Like, we're in over 2,100 boutiques, right? I know how to do that, but we don't know how to do
So
the
you
Target.
need a shark to call Michael's. Well,
Right.
I know Michael's.
I also want licensing. I want
I
to be
know
in
Michael.
Disney
So
World.
So you want to
and
license
Disneyland.
Disney. So you want someone to make calls to set up the Disney licensing. Let me give you a point. Love Pop
Need a
greeting
licensing
cards.
person.
Like you guys stood here with nothing when they showed up in Shark Tank. Now they have the Star Wars license. They have the Disney license.
Right.
They got every license they want. They got the Beatles. You want to get there?
Right.
All right, here's the deal for you. I'll make you an offer. The $400,000, I want to be a 1/3 partner.
Oh.
33 1/3%.
know.
I want to share in the distributions because I'm not a control guy. So we're partners together. We decide how much capital goes into the business, how much we distribute to ourselves. You got to feed your kids, okay? This is a really interesting business.
I'm sure you want to
Listen,
take a
you
third
two
of
are
it.
amazing.
Thank you.
Just my cup of tea.
Thank
you
you.
are
Goodness.
dynamos. So I love the look of it. I think it's beautiful. And I think we're in an age where people are trying to get away from the phone
Yeah.
and spend time doing things that are creative, that have to do with improving your mind in a different
Right.
way. So I think you are spot on, and that's why you have done so well, besides who you are and the drive of what
Lori,
you've
is there
done.
an offer in there?
So Daniel saw all of that potential in you too, and he said, why don't we do this together?
If you're interested in two super sharks that are very complementary, we do it for $400,000 for 20% of the company.
20%.
Well, I want to just give you some feedback and then address the subject of an offer. I remember distinctly when I was building my business, at the point you are at right now, I was doing very well, very quickly. And
She
I
gonna say,
remember
"Don't take a
thinking,
deal."
Wow, do I need help? And I almost brought in a financial partner and sold half my business because I realized it was beyond me and my knowledge base as to how I could grow and compete with the big guys. So I thought I needed a big guy in. Thank God I didn't take in the big guy. Thank God he would have had me for breakfast, right? So I don't think you need a shark. It's not, and no big science to get
Barbara,
into the...
why are you in
Wait,
Shark
one
Tank, by
second.
the way?
Wait, excuse me, no big deal getting into any store you want. You simply make a wish list and then hiring the right people to help you execute it, all right? But I just want to caution you before you jump into bed with a lot of sharks. Think about what you really need. You've got all the knowledge base. You just need more help.
You know,
so
are
on
you
that
in or
basis,
out?
I'm
Help
out.
you guys
Ah,
out.
they try to shut her up, baby. They like, are you in or out? What is there or what you trying to do? But she's making a lot of sense, and that is great counsel. That is great counsel. The main thing that they said they needed help with at this point is to make phone calls or relate people that have relationships with these big box stores. You know, I think sometimes it just take a phone call, a good salesperson that probably got that. But maybe they also said they need the mentor. And they seem kind of, you know, at their wits' end. And they're like, this is as far as that we could go. We still raising children. Extremely successful, though, in the business. And so, man, I wonder if they going to take a
Yeah,
deal,
but it's
too.
worth every penny you're paying
Okay,
for it.
with all due respect, I don't agree with what Barbara's saying.
Duh. He said free advice is worth every penny you paid for it.
I mean, what is coming out of COVID? What is happening? And what is happening is an influx of people wanting to start their own businesses. So you have a beautiful idea, you're super successful, and now what you've got to do is race faster because other people are going to be on your tail.
Now, the good news is here, you have two offers.
I gotta say one more thing, right? Don't sell yourself short. So I'm
Don't
not,
give
I'm not
up
here
the
to make
third.
you an offer because I'm not as good a fit, even as those two, honestly. But at the same time,
Don't sell yourself short because you are crushing it.
Yes.
What you have is a very valuable business.
You have convinced everybody here and everybody in America that you have built one heck of a business.
Thank you.
But you got to make a decision. You got 2 offers. What do you want to do?
I'm going to come back in.
Go with Barbara. I would go with Barbara in a minute. I would.
2 sharks are out. Ashley and Brittany have 2 offers on the table for their Paint by Numbers kit, Pink Picasso. But Barbara may have had a change of heart.
I don't even know
I'm
her
gonna come
offer
back in.
yet.
I'm going to give you a $400,000 loan for just 5% of the business as long as you pay me 8% in interest, because I think you're underselling yourself. I'm going to help you structure your company and convince you in 1 week flat you don't need help.
I want you, Ashley and Brittany, I want you to understand, before I approached Lori about partnering with me, I was going to give you $400,000 for 10%. I don't want to roll under the bus or whatever thing and cut her off. I actually think, I sincerely think that her and I for 20% will help you more than me for 10%. But I believe firmly in my heart that she and I together are worth the 20%.
Time to make a decision.
Oh, I hope
One
they
last
choose
twist.
Barbara.
Just because I want to screw around with everybody.
No more twists. No, no.
I want to
more
modify my offer to this. I will do it for 3% equity with a straight royalty of $6 a kit.
Oh my God.
I mean, think about that. Does that make you
want
can
the
afford?
cash.
The margins are crazy.
Barb's is the better deal.
No,
Absolutely.
You want to know something? The only deal that's right
Okay,
for
let
you
them
is
make
the
a
one that
decision.
you
In my
feel in the
limited
gut
knowledge.
is right.
Got
You
multiple
gotta make a
offers.
call,
What do you want
guys.
to do?
You gotta decide. Any of them can help you.
Go with Barbara. Get the loan. And get the
Would you guys be willing to do 15%
They want partners.
For the 2 of them?
for the 2 of them?
They want partners. They want big names on the paper. Hell yeah, they gonna do it.
You got a deal.
You got a deal.
Thank you.
I know. So they ended up making a deal with Lori and dude. I forget. I got to get his name. But I'm sorry. But I believe Barbara had the better deal. What y'all think? Help me out in the comments. But they came in knowing what they wanted. They said they needed mentors. And then they said they needed people that have relationships with the big box stores. Lori definitely will probably bring a good deal to that. And the other guy, I just think that Barbara has such a better idea and more advice. I think that she was probably a little bit more honest. And maybe a little, I don't want to say the word honest, but maybe sincere in saying that y'all doing the thing right now. You may not want to bring in partners. I could give you a loan and show you in a week flat how to restructure it so that you don't need to give away any more equity. That sounded great to me, but I think it goes back to what they wanted. They wanted mentors. They wanted some big names on the paper, and they were willing to do that deal. So they did that deal for 15%. And that was that. So thanks so much for watching us with that pitch. That was a pretty interesting one. If you enjoyed that pitch, go ahead and like the video and consider subscribing to the channel to get more content like this. Thanks again for watching.